Yo, what is good, YouTube? People who outlived insane prison sentences. Yes, this is pretty wild. Apparently, there's a couple of people on here that got life sentences, and they got out. You know what I mean? I guess what is 25 to life, like 25 years is life apparently. Uh, you outlive the 25 years, shit. I guess that's it. I don't know. Yeah, y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We're about to get straight into this video. If y'all want to react to something else, put it in the comment section down below. Without further ado, let's do it.
Bars, but lived longer than their prison sentences. From people wrongly sentenced to decades in jail, to dangerous criminals set free after serving more than 70 years. First, we have to look at Ricky Jackson. Can you imagine being in prison for 40 years of your life for a crime you didn't commit? Well, that actually happened to this man. When Ricky Jackson was only 19 years old, he was arrested for a crime he did not commit. Police said he took the life of a salesman named Harry Franks. The only evidence cops had was a witness statement from a 13-year-old named Eddie Vernon. Aside from that one witness, there was zero physical evidence. Despite this, Ricky Jackson was found guilty. He was initially given the death sentence, but after several appeals, this was changed to a life sentence. Ricky was sent to prison in 1974. He thought he was going to die behind bars, but in 2013, the witness, Eddie Vernon, broke down in tears. Eddie admitted he did not see Ricky take the life of Harry Franks.
Damn, bro. So it seemed like, I guess, so the only reason, man, that is crazy as hell, right? Because you telling me 40 years, right? They say damn, I don't know if he served the whole 40. But I know did he serve the whole 40 or not? I don't know. But bro had to serve all this time, right? And you just now saying, oh man, I lied on him. You should go to jail. What the hell? Like, and first off, that's some racist shit right there. That was racism right there. 1970s, black dude, only one damn witness. That's clear racism. You know what I mean? One damn witness, the witness 13-year-old, you ain't got no other evidence. Come on, bro. That's crazy, man. I hope they compensated him, even though that really don't do nothing for me. Like, I feel like, damn, you just took a big chunk of his life away.
And instead was coerced into saying this by cops. It turned out Eddie never
so the cops told, yeah, okay.
Saw the attack take place. This shocking revelation meant that Ricky Jackson was finally released. He was given freedom in 2014 after spending 4 decades behind bars. But sadly, this meant he was now an old man at the time. Ricky Jackson was given $18 million in compensation. But some say that's not enough for all of those decades lost. But would you take $18 million to lose 40 years of your life? Personally,
fuck no. No. I don't think anybody would say lose 40 years of your life, 18 million. Man, get the fuck out of here, man.
I definitely wouldn't.
Hell no.
We have to look at Betty Smithy. Betty Smithy is America's longest-serving female inmate. In 1963, this woman took the life of a minor. For this crime, she was given a life sentence. But while she was behind bars, she managed to escape 4 times, although she was caught again every time. Eventually, she decided to stop trying to escape and instead improve her life. She got educated behind bars and began writing poetry. In 2003, Betty applied for parole. She was rejected, but in 2012 she appealed again, and this time she was finally freed. She spent 49 years behind bars, but was finally made a free woman at 69 years old. Some said she should never have been released due to her crimes, but the judge believed Betty had changed behind bars.
Shit, was it 40? Damn, he said 49 and 59 years. He said 49 years. Ah, man, she killed the infant. Hey, man.
What do you think? Is 49 years in prison enough or not? Moving along, we have to look at Thomas Trantino. In 1963, Thomas Trantino got drunk. He then got into an altercation with 2 cops and ended their lives. He was arrested a few days later and, in court, was given the death penalty. He was on death row for 8 years until 1971. That was when New Jersey abolished the death penalty, meaning that Thomas's sentence was changed to life behind bars. While he was locked up, Thomas wrote 2 books. In 2002, he applied for parole and, surprisingly, was released. He spent 39 years in prison, making him New Jersey's longest-serving prisoner. Some people, especially cops, were annoyed that he was released. But do you think nearly 4 decades is enough for what Thomas did?
I ain't gonna lie. The fact that the one... Hold on. Well, she killed a minor, yeah. But it's like 39 years. You killed 2 cops and got 39 years. I mean, served 39 years. Is that like... It's crazy because I don't know if I can really judge people as far as on a time or should they get the death penalty. I really don't know, bro. But you killed 2 people, so two cops. That shit's crazy.
Moving along.
So I would assume that a lot of other people would not be released. They would just get the death penalty. But somehow he got lucky that the death penalty was abolished.
We have to look at Joseph Ligon. In 1953, 15-year-old Joseph Ligon was sentenced to life in prison. You see, Joseph had got drunk and decided to do some robberies. This caused 6 men to be injured and 2 men to lose their lives. Joseph Ligon was found guilty for what he did and was sentenced to life behind bars. Decades went by, but in 2016, the law changed. It was ruled that life sentences for juveniles were unconstitutional. As a result, Joseph was released in 2017. He had spent 68 years behind bars, coming in at age 15 and leaving at age 83. But here's the surprising thing. Although Joseph was free to go, he refused. He had spent 68 years behind bars and was too used to jail life. So instead, he preferred to stay in prison, which is where he still is to this day. Next, we have...
I'm trying not to judge people because, like, bro, so... I'm not trying to be biased or nothing, but 15... Damn, but he called somebody to... So he caused death. So did he murder somebody? No, right? Decided to do some robberies. I don't know if he murdered somebody or not because he didn't really explain it very well. 15 years old... Serving 68 goddamn years, man. I'm sorry, but the other dude, nah, bro. This ain't it, fam. That ain't right, bro. Cause you telling me the other 2 people, right? This woman killed a child and got what 49 years. This dude killed 2 cops, 39 years. He was robbing people and somehow it caused the death of somebody else, right? He got 69 years. That shit not fair, bro. That's not fair. Like, I guess different states, different rules. So that's the only reason I can say, because I don't feel like looking up these cases.
Have to look at Charles Ford. In 1952, this man was sentenced to life in prison and spent 64 years behind bars, all for a crime 64. He did not commit. He was not even at the scene of the crime. He had allegedly taken someone's life. Some said that Charles was profiled by the judge and jury, meaning that despite the little evidence, he was still given a life sentence. It turned out Charles's lawyer never submitted an appeal. He was 20 when he went into prison and was 84 years old when he came out, meaning that he spent a whopping 64 years behind bars. Charles was released into a nursing home as he was too old to look after himself. So while he was released, he basically lost his entire life to prison. When Charles was released, he began crying in court. Next, we have to look at John Bunce. This man is New York's oldest inmate. He ended the life of his wife of 17 and a half years. John Bunce and his wife Virginia got into an argument. Things escalated and John used a hammer to end Virginia's life.
Ooh! Yo, I never understood how people could... Man, you a real different type of person if you can, you know what I mean, stab somebody or you know, blunt force trauma, constantly hit somebody with a hammer. Shooting somebody, especially from a distance, that's like, you know what I mean? I can say that you done kill somebody, but you a different type of animal if you can hammer the hell out of somebody till they dead, fam. You different, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You different. Or if you can stab somebody till they dead, you different, bro. I'm not gonna hold you.
John Bunce
I can't do that.
For what he did. He was said to be released when he was aged 112, but instead he was released early when he was aged 94. He was released in order to get medical care. That's because prisons find it too hard to look after people who are so old. But in 2014, at the age of 94, John Bunce passed away. He is still the oldest ever inmate New York has had. Moving on, we have to look at Harvey Stewart. Harvey Stewart is a man who's been to prison many times throughout his life. In 1951, he was given a 10-year sentence for armed robbery. He was released, but was soon put back in jail. This was for ending the life of a man named James Laird.
Sorry, you only get 10 years for armed robbery? Is that... I guess you just went in pointing a gun at somebody that didn't do nothing. Yeah.
Harvey Stewart escaped prison many times, but was quickly recaptured every time. He was later released in 1985 after serving only 9 years. But only 16 months later, Harvey was arrested yet again, this time for robbing a bank. This guy really does love jail. He served 59 years behind bars, and was finally released in 2011. This was mainly because of his old age and declining health. He was 83 years old by the time he was released. He outlived all of his family and friends, which meant he had no prison visits in over a decade. When Harvey Stewart was interviewed about his time in prison, he said this: "Imagine that, 60 years down in this damn hole. I wouldn't recommend it." Harvey's right, he really did waste his entire life behind bars.
Hell, but you sticking motherfuckers up. Ain't nobody tell you, hey, you can go. I never understood this type of stuff, right? It ain't rocket science to me, bro. I don't give a damn. I don't show sympathy of people who doing stuff for certain reasons. Because I don't know, it just ain't rocket science to me. You going in with a gun, whatever type of gun you had, maybe an AR or something like that, trying to rob people. Trying to rob a bank. What you thought was? I'm lost. Like, what you thought was gonna happen, bro? Like, that shit crazy.
I think
like you nigga, nobody told you gonna go to jail for this shit. That like you don't know the law. Like you don't know that you can't do this shit.
This man is proof that crime is not worth it. Next, let's look at John Franzese.
It's all your fault.
John Franzese was a member of one of the USA's most deadly mafias. That is, the Colombo crime family. He soon gained a reputation as one of the mafia's most dangerous thugs. He claims to have ended over 50 lives, but he was never convicted for this. Instead, he was given a life sentence for a different crime. That was orchestrating many bank robberies around the USA. He was given 50 years behind bars. In 2011, John was released at the age of 93. In 2011, at the age of 93, John Franzese was given an extra 8 years behind bars. This was for extortion and loan sharking. In 2017, he celebrated his 100-year-old birthday behind bars, and was released later that year. In total, John Franzese spent over 40 years in the can, meaning that he basically lost half of his life. I guess that's the price you pay when you're in the mob. Finally, let's look at James Moore.
Yep, living that fast life. That's why it's called the fast life. You try to get something quick as possible, and you know you just bite the consequences. You know what I mean? living a fast life, you probably expected to die anyway. So it's like, shoot, let me just go on get all this, and then I'ma die. Nope, you in jail for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? That's tough. That's tough.
In 1962, James Moore ended the life of a 14-year-old named Pamela Moss. He was given a life sentence. While in prison, he did various jobs and also got an education. He requested to be released 20 times, but every time the judge said no.
Damn.
It was until June of 2022. He was finally released after spending 60 years behind bars. But he is now in full-time care and had to have both of his legs amputated.
Damn.
Now it's time for you to make your voice heard. Comment below, do you think life sentences should be allowed or not?
That's a good question. I don't know, man. If you take somebody else's life, like, what gives you the right to live? Like, that's, I don't know. That's how I see it. But at the same time, it's like, damn, that's for God to judge. So I don't know. But obviously, like, I don't know. Let's see. Being locked up for so long that you don't want to leave, because that's all you know, is by far sad. Imagine leaving jail after 60 years and then the kid shows you an iPhone with the skibbity toilet. Yeah, we better get up out of here. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I forgot to play my... Okay, I can't hear my instrumental, so it don't matter. You hear that though. We're about to get up out of here. Tell me what y'all think about this video. If y'all want to react to something else, put it in the comment section down below. Without further ado, we gone. God damn it. Yeah.